Hi everybody, and welcome to the launch of Naturopathic Medicine Week. This is an ad hoc with the doc, and we're here giving a huge shout out to Soul Sports in Scottsdale. Since this is Naturopathic Medicine Week and it's also National Obesity Awareness Month, we wanted to come in here and talk about the health of running, why it's generally a good thing to do, and how to be successful at running. Running can be painful if you haven't run before. When you start out, if people are overweight and they're carrying a little bit too much on their frame, certain things you really need to be careful of. And we want to talk about those today in this ad hoc. Do you have a statistic about what the obesity rate in America or even the world is? Is that statistic available?
I do. The obesity rate in the United States is 69%. It is 38% in the world. So we're almost twice as fat as the rest of the world.
Just fat, just extra weight that we don't need.
Lots of fat.
Are there health problems associated with that extra fat?
There are. We mainly think of diabetes, like type 2 diabetes associated with weight gain, but cardiovascular disease, and there's a lot of studies too that show there's a lot of cancers that can be related to obesity.
The care of the human frame is about eating and moving, eating right and moving.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see in your practice, I know you deal a lot with pain management, et cetera, and you and I have talked about this. Do you find that sometimes when people lose weight, their pains go away, or some of them may be able to start running?
They do. We think about our weight-bearing joints mainly. All of that extra weight, let's say you weigh 40 pounds, you're 40 pounds overweight, a lot of that weight, it goes to the weight-bearing joints, the hips and the knees mainly. So if you're trying to exercise and you have all that extra weight on you, it might make those joints hurt. Just even walking around carrying, if you think carrying around 40 pounds, that makes you more tired, that will hurt your knees, your hips. So definitely once you can get the weight off, a lot of the joint pain goes away. And just pain in general, a lot of the inflammation goes down too.
Let's do this. Let's talk about what we're going to do for the next few minutes. We want to take a look at what it means to help get somebody successfully into running. I know that there is a difference. Some people need a lot of support. Some people don't need that much support. And you're able to help ascertain that.
Yes.
And then you have selections to attend to that.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
So our mission is to try to at least help you to figure out what is functionally the best category for each person. Some people need more support, some less. So we do that with the gait analysis, which we'll get into a little bit. And then once we sort of figure out what sort of functional category someone's in, then we can bring out a variety of models that meet those functional needs, but then also cater to various personal preferences or foot type anatomies. Someone might have a wide foot, narrow heel, vice versa, and different shoes will kind of cater to that, and we'll help to work through that.
So once you get the right fit, then a lot of times people like an activity tracker. Mm-hmm. I see that you have a station over here about activity trackers. Mm-hmm. We all love this. I mean,
yes, Garmin is kind of the leading brand.
I'm wearing a Garmin.
Yes. They have a variety of devices that, first and foremost, will help you to monitor your running or walking activity, as well as other sports, even ones that cater to cycling. You could even play golf with them. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But yes, they do also nowadays have activity tracking built into them. So and one nice feature is it'll actually prompt you when you haven't moved. You've been sitting down for like 30 minutes.
Great.
It'll sort of vibrate and just tell you time to move. And it also keeps track of your steps and calorie burn throughout the day as well. And
so you can really put a program together and then help keep track of it and have some coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once you've got that, you have the ability to figure out how far you're going, how fast you're going, and monitor. There are some gear things that people need too, which are important. I see there's some insoles here.
Insoles have their place. Okay. We philosophically don't make a habit of suggesting an insole to everybody. We usually use it more to try to fix a problem that's existing. The footwear is generally well designed right out of the box and doesn't need additional support for somebody. But there are people that need plantar fasciitis, have some other issue that an insole does come into play, but we don't recommend them across the board. So,
what about hydration?
Hydration.
See hydration.
Yes, especially in our very dry climate.
Yes.
You don't even feel like you're perspiring, but it's just the water is just getting sucked out of you, especially when it's warm.
Interesting.
There's an incredible variety of capacities and formats that fit your preference and how much fluid you need to take or anything else. So
talk to us a little bit about some of your recovery tools.
The stretching is very valuable, but beyond that, sort of some massage-based products. Okay. it's not uncommon to get a little muscle soreness or a little tightness after you've been out there for a little bit.
Like
so
a buildup of lactic acid.
Yeah, so just trying breaking that down and sort of soothing the muscles. I mean, nothing beats having a hands-on massage, but not everyone has the time or the finances to do that on a regular basis. But there's a lot of self-serve products.
Recovery is so important, biochemically, physiologically, physically, and also mentally, the way you feel. Because if you wake up feeling sore from your run from the day prior, you might be less motivated to then go run the next day. And if that builds up, you may just give up. So recovery, stretching, that's the continued care of the human frame. It helps remove the waste materials that you built up in those muscles from the use prior and then get you fresh. As physicians, we do not recommend trying to start a running experience if you're inexperienced on your own. You really need help with the appropriate shoe, the fit, the gear, because we want you to be successful. In Scottsdale, we love Soul Sports. I come here for my personal running needs. Running is a wonderful thing, so if you have any questions, certainly call up Soul Sports. If you're can always give our clinic a call.
Yeah, call, visit. We love welcoming people that are new to the running world, and it's understandable it can be an intimidating process if you haven't been active in a long time, perhaps never, and you're looking for a way to get started. And a lot of times people have this perception that they're not welcome, but quite the opposite. We love embracing people that want to give it a shot. We'll make you feel right at home. You don't have to worry about knowing anything or having any experience. We'll help you get going. And so we welcome you in at any time.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for opening up.
Thank you, Doctor. My pleasure.